Hello students, how are you all? I hope you all are well and healthy in your home. So today I am here with another chapter of social studies of class 5, which is hot or cold. Okay. So let us start the chapter. So before starting the chapter, let us go through the spotlight of this chapter. So what is the spotlight? Weather and climate, factors affecting climate and climatic changes in present times. So these are the topic which we will cover in this chapter. Okay. The change which takes place in the atmosphere is called weather. Weather is the state of the atmosphere over a short period of time. Okay. So by this what we mean, weather is for a shorter period of time. Okay. Now to understand this topic, let us do something. Okay. Just look at the open window and see how is the day today. Is it bright or sunny, or it is cloudy or damp? Whatever you will notice is the weather. Okay, so weather can change rapidly. Now if it is sunny and bright outside, after few hours it may change into a cloudy and damp day. So this is weather. Now what is climate? If the weather pattern of a particular region is recorded and tracked for more than 30 years, it is called the climate of that region. So climate is the long-term pattern of weather in a particular area. Okay, Earth is a unique planet. Different parts of the world have different climates. Like for example, if you see the climate of Rajasthan, it is hot or cold? It is hot, right? But if you see the climate of Jammu and Kashmir, it is cold. So different regions have different types of climate. So in some region it is cold and freezing, and in other it is hot and dry. Clear? Now the variety of life that exists on earth is because of the climatic differences that are present in different regions. So we can experience that there is a lot of variety of life that is present in different regions. Why it is so? It is because of the climatic differences in different regions. Okay, now and the same pattern is noticeable with animal also. Okay, now the variety of animal species found on earth varies according to the climatic condition. Animals such as polar bear and penguin, they are found in which region? Polar region, means cold region, right? But will they survive in the equatorial region? No, they will not survive. We can see camel in hot desert area, right? But will they survive in a polar region? No, they will not survive. Okay. Climate also influences the development of cultures and civilization. Okay, so the development of cultures and civilizations also get influenced by the climate. Okay, now see, people adapt themselves according to the climate of the place they live in, like the kind of food we eat, the clothes we wear, the houses we live in. These all things are being determined by whom? By the climate of that place. Okay, now if I am living in a hot region, so will I wear sweaters or coat? No, I will not wear, right? So in India, which is an agricultural country, farmers grow different kinds of crops, and this variety is possible only because of the variation in the climate of our country. Okay, now as we all know, India is an agricultural country, means most of the people are engaged in agricultural activities. Okay, we can see that the farmers grow different kinds of crops. So how this variety is possible? It is possible because of the variation in the climate. Okay, so some fruits grow better in hot region, some fruits grow better in cold region. Okay, now we will read about the differences between weather and climate. So there are several differences between weather and climate, but some of them are given. Now, first and the most important difference is what? Weather is the atmospheric condition for a short period of time. On the other hand, climate is the atmospheric condition for a long period of time. Okay. Now the second one is weather may change in a day while climate may change after a long period of time. Okay. Then, and the third one is the daily life of people is affected by weather, and climate has effect on food habits, transportation, housing, occupation and lifestyle. Okay, so why it is called daily life? Because if in the morning it is hot, so we will wear the clothes which is comfortable, right? Not heavy clothes. But in the evening time it is getting colder, so what we will do? We will wear the clothes which will make us warm, right? So it affect our daily life, but climate has an effect on food habits, transportation, housing, occupation and lifestyle. So climate has a broader effect on us. Okay, now we will read about the factors which affect the climate of a place. Okay, now there are many factors which affect the climate of a place. So the first factor is latitude. So what do you mean by latitude? Latitude we have learned earlier, right? So latitudes are an imaginary line drawn on the earth and they are parallel to the equator. Okay? The regions which lie in the equatorial region from 0 degree, that is from the equator, to 23.5 degree north, that is Tropic of Cancer, and 0 degree to 23.5 degree south, that is Tropic of Capricorn, get heated by the intense ray of the sun. Okay, because this place is located near the equator, so they get direct ray of the sun, okay, almost throughout the year, and it becomes very hot. Okay, because here the rays fall vertically. So what happened? The intensity of the heat of the sun increases. Okay, and this area or this region is called torrid zone. So some of the places that lie in this zone are Brazil, Malaysia, Hawaii, etc. Okay, these places have a wet climate, warm temperature and receives heavy rainfall. Okay, now next, the regions which lie between 23.5 degree north, that is Tropic of Cancer, to 66.5 degree north, that is Arctic Circle, and between 23.5 degrees south, that is Tropic of Capricorn, to 66.5 degrees south, that is Antarctic Circle. Okay, this region experience moderate climatic condition. Moderate means it is neither too hot nor very cold. Okay, and this area or this region is called temperate zone. Okay, now in most cases these places have warm summers and cool or cold winters with moderate rainfalls in either summer or winter. Okay, now the next zone, the region which lies between 66.5 degree north, that is Arctic Circle, to 90 degree north, that is the North Pole. Okay, and 66.5 degrees south, that is the Antarctic Circle, to 90 degree S, means to the South Pole, are called frigid zone. So this zone receives slanting ray of the sun. Okay, so these regions are very cold and are covered with snow throughout the year. Okay, and frigid zones are also called the polar zones. Okay, so in short, what we get to know, that as we move away from the equator, the rays of the sun tends to become more slanting. Okay, and it covers larger areas, so the intensity of the sun rays reduces greatly, and that is why the polar areas which are at the farthest distance from the sun are so cold throughout the year. Okay, so what are the three zones? Torrid zone, which is very much hot, temperate zone, which have the moderate climate, and frigid zone, which is very cold, which is the coldest one. Okay, so the next factor is altitude or height above sea level. So places which are located at the same distance from the equator may have a different type of climate. This happens because of the altitude. So here's sea level. What do you mean by the term sea level? Sea level is the base level for measuring the depth or height of an object on the earth's surface. Okay, so places which are at the higher altitude will be cooler and the temperature will be lower. Like as an example, say Shimla, which is in Himachal Pradesh, and Firozpur is in Punjab. Okay, so these two places have nearly the same latitude. Okay, but the temperature of these two places are very different. Why? The latter, that is Firozpur, is very hot during summer, but as we know, Shimla is a hill station, right? It's a cold place. So why is that the climate differs? They are in same latitude, they should have the same climate. So why it is so that they have to have different climate? It is because of the altitude. Okay. Similarly, if we move from plains towards the mountain region, we will see that it is covered with snow. Why it is so? Because they are at higher altitude. So this is the reason that hill station like Shimla and Nainital are cold even in summer. Okay. Now, so we can conclude here that as the height of a place increases, it gets cooler. Okay. Let us read some of hill stations name. Darjeeling, Sikkim, Shimla, Kulu Manali, Dharamshala, okay, etc. So these are some of the name of the hill station which are present in India. Okay, and they remain relatively cool in the summer months too. Okay, because they are in a higher altitude. Okay. So our next factor is wind. Okay, now what do you mean by wind? The movement of air is called wind. Okay, now winds flow in a particular direction all over the world. So some winds are hot or cold and some even carry moisture. Now as for example, the winds blowing from the Arabian Sea towards India are called southwest monsoon winds. Okay, this wind carries a lot of moisture and so it causes rainfall in India. Okay, so this monsoon winds hit the coast of Kerala by approximately the first week of June. Okay, and then it started to advance towards the rest of the country. Okay, now Delhi remain hot and dry in summer. Why? Because of the wind which blow from Rajasthan. So the wind which will blow from Rajasthan will be hot and dry, right? Now, and in the winter what happen? It becomes chilly because the cold winds start blowing from the Himalayas. Okay. So the next factor is distance from the ocean or sea. Now the regions which are located very near large bodies like oceans, seas, okay, they experience moderate or continental climate because means they are neither very hot nor very cold. Okay. Now the air is laden with water vapor leading to relatively high humidity. Humidity means what? The amount of moisture or water vapor in the air. So that air contains a lot of moisture or water vapor. Okay. Now the temperature do not vary during summer and winter, so the temperatures remain quite same during summer and winter. Why it is so? Because see, during the day land gets heated more quickly than the sea. Okay, now one thing remember, lands get heated up also more quickly and cools down also very quickly. Okay, now during the day land gets heated more quickly than the sea. So the air above the land it becomes lighter. Okay, because of the heat and rises up, creating a vacuum, means an empty space. Okay, now this creates a low pressure zone and the air which is above the sea is laden with moisture, is heavy, so it moves towards the land. So this is called sea breeze. Okay. Now one thing, remember that air always moves from a high pressure area to a low pressure area. Okay. Now the reverse takes place at night. So at night what happens? The opposite happens. Now what happened? The land cools faster at night and the air above land has high pressure. Okay. Now the sea is still warm because of the heat that it gets from the sun during the day. Okay. So the air above the sea becomes light and rises, and the high pressure air from the land now move towards the sea. So this is called the land breeze. Okay. Now so due to the sea and land breeze, the climate of a place which are near the sea is moderate. Okay. And the places which are located far from the sea have extreme climates. Means they are extremely hot or extremely cold. Okay. The next factor which affect climate is the humidity. So what is humidity? The amount of moisture or water vapor in the air is related to humidity. Places which are near the oceans, seas and large water body, they experience high humidity. Why it is so? Because of the heavy content of moisture, and the climate of this place is warm and humid. Okay. Now the next topic is changes in the climate. Now climatic changes happen over a period of thousands of years. It takes a long time to change the climate. Okay. Now there are many reasons for climatic changes. So climatic changes occur due to earthquakes, volcanic eruptions and other human activities. So these are the reasons which leads to the climate being adversely affected, means badly affected. Okay. Now the global temperatures are rising because of massive cutting down of trees and burning of fossil fuels. Now as we all know that global warming is the burning issue which we are facing nowadays, right? So what is it? It is rising in the temperature of the planet. So why it happens? Because we are cutting down trees, we are burning the fossil fuels, various type of gases, smokes are coming out from industries, from cars. Okay, these harmful gases which are released in the atmosphere absorb the heat. Okay, and what happened? As a result, it leads to a rise in the temperature, and this is called the greenhouse effect. Okay. Now the rising temperature of the earth may lead to floods, typhoons, hurricanes and also early migration of birds and animals. So what do you mean by migration? See, migration means movement from one place to another. So birds and animals move at a certain time of the year, okay, in search of food or favorable living condition, okay, or to give birth to their young ones. But nowadays, as the climate is changing, pattern of migration of birds and animals is getting threatened. Okay. So children, it is our duty, okay, to save our planet Earth by growing trees, by avoiding the unnecessary use of vehicles, okay, so that we all can together fight with this problem. Okay, because it is our planet, right, our home. So it is our duty to thank our Mother Earth by taking care of it. Okay, now let us do a quick revision of this chapter. Okay, now in this chapter we have learned regarding weather and climate. So weather is the state of atmosphere over a short period of time, whereas climate is the long term pattern of weather condition of a particular area, right? So do you know what we call the people who study weather and climate? The people who study weather are known as meteorologists, and the people who study climate are called climatologists. Okay, the next we have learned regarding the factors which affect the climate. So what are they? First one was latitude, then altitude, then winds, then distance from the ocean, and the last one was humidity and rainfall. Okay, so after that we have learned regarding the three climatic zone of the earth. So what are they? The first one is the torrid zone, then temperate zone, then frigid zone. Okay, so you know the coldest station, Vostok Research Station, is located in the Antarctic Circle, and this region lies in the frigid zone. Okay, and the temperature in winter is around minus 89 degrees Celsius. After that we have learned regarding the changes in the climate. Okay, so the climatic changes are leading to a rise in the temperature. And what are the main reason for this? The main reason for this is deforestation and massive burning of fossil fuel. Okay, so we should stop all this so that we can save our planet, right? So I hope this video will help you to understand this chapter. So stay home, stay safe, and have a good day.